and we'll definitely get to your questions. And this session will be an hour long. And I just wanted to let you know that the entire purpose behind today's session is to welcome all of you to Macquarie University and to help you become more familiar with our community and our environment. We'd really love to connect with everyone by the end of this session and just answer any questions that you have and show you all of the wonderful experiences and opportunities that you can get here at Macquarie University. So that was just a bit of Zoom etiquette. And before we show you a fun video, we're going to launch a quick poll. It'll have about 3 questions, and it's just to see who's in our audience today. So what is the current demographic like? So the poll will appear on your screen very shortly, and it's all multiple choice, and you just have to choose one answer for each of the 3 questions. So first question is, do you know what MQ Essentials is? And then, did you complete your HSC in 2020? And do you live in Sydney?
Can you see the results, guys?
No.
Not the results.
Michelle, sorry, I didn't share them. I didn't press the button.
Thanks, Lilia. So yeah, we've got quite a few people who know about MQ Essentials, so that's always awesome.
For those of you who don't know, yeah, MQ Essentials is basically where we are today. So this is just one of the modules in MQ Essentials that you would have signed up for. Yeah. Did you complete the HSC in 2020? Oh, wow, we got a good even split today. Yesterday, a lot of people actually didn't complete that in 2020. So it's good to see a bit of a more even split today. And do you live in Sydney?
You live in Sydney. So most people do live in Sydney. That's pretty cool.
Awesome.
Thanks, Lilia.
Yeah, thanks, Lilia. Now, so basically the whole, this whole session for this hour, it's about experiences at Macquarie and all the opportunities that Macquarie have. Sometimes you'll be on campus, sometimes with COVID we'll be online, but no matter where you are learning from, your experience is always really important to Macquarie and can be different depending on your subject and what you get involved in. So we're just going to show you a quick video of what a typical day in the life for a Macquarie University student can look like.
Hey guys, my name's Ben. I'm studying a Bachelor of Marketing and Media. I'm in my final semester of that degree.
And hey guys, I'm Sarah. I study a double degree in Law and Science with a major in Human Bio.
We just wanted to show you what a day in the life of a Macquarie student looks like. So here we go.
So as you can see, a day at Macquarie can be pretty busy, and depending on your interests and what you get involved in, it will change person to person. For now, we're just going to play a bit of an icebreaker. So if everyone wanted to get involved and just post in the discussion in the chat where you're currently Zooming from today, and what you're most excited about for next year coming to Macquarie.
While we're waiting for those responses, I thought it would be fun if Jake and I shared where we are Zooming from today. So Jake, where are you at the moment?
Yeah, so my background's U-Bar, if you can see that. I'm not currently at U-Bar, I'm actually at another place at the uni. It's called Muse. I'm just in one of their offices Zooming from because my internet can be a bit bad. But I'm actually from Byron Bay, a very small town near Byron Bay usually, but I study at Macquarie. What about you, Nikita?
So yeah, just like you, Jake, I'm only a few rooms away. I'm also in Muse on campus. And that's just, yeah, for great internet connection because we can always rely on uni for that. But yeah, I live in a small suburb in this area in Sydney. It's called Cheltenham. I'm not sure if anyone in the audience has heard of it, but it's a very small suburb near Epping. So I see we've got our first response in the chat. So Naisha is Zooming from her comfy bedroom and she can't wait to make friends next year. Oh, that's so awesome. I think, yeah, the friends are definitely a great aspect of uni that I wasn't expecting to like meet so many new people, but every day, guys, you will literally meet so many new people. We've got Surrey Hills,
Bankstown,
Spears Point, Southern Highlands.
Oh, Chatswood, I know where that one is. That's not far away.
West Pymble. Central Coast. Yeah, I think meeting new people is seeming to be the common thread about what most people are looking very forward to for next year. And yeah, Macquarie will not disappoint, guys. You meet new people literally every day. And yeah, the university lifestyle as well. It's definitely quite different to anything I did before. I came to high school when I came to uni, and there is definitely a change in lifestyle, even though you're still learning nonstop. But yeah, what about you, Jake? Did you find that there was a change in lifestyle?
Yeah, definitely changing lifestyle, especially for me. So back home where I'm actually from, it's a population of only 2,000 people. So it's very tiny compared to like Macquarie Uni, who has 20,000 students or more. I think it's way more than that. I don't actually know. But, and definitely, so I was the only one from my little small town who came to this university. So I came here knowing no one, and I have heaps of friends now. So if you're the same, if you don't really know anyone and you're coming here to uni, I wouldn't stress too much because from your first day at O Week, you'll definitely find friends, and definitely like the more you get involved, like you'll learn about global leadership a bit later today, and you'll make friends through all these sort of events.
Plumpton. I actually know where Plumpton is. That's, yeah, up in Western Sydney. So I see that we've just had some new attendees arrive. So hi guys, welcome to the MQ Essentials, your experience at Macquarie University interactive session for today. So we're just doing a quick icebreaker where people are posting in the chat where they're Zooming from today and also something that they're excited about when it comes to university. So you guys can feel free to do that through the Zoom chat, but we're just gonna quickly move on from our fun little icebreaker to a fun panel. So today's panel is made up of extraordinary staff and students from Macquarie University, so they're current staff and students, and they will be sharing their stories and experiences during their time here. So in today's panel, we have first up, Janelle, and she is one of our peer leaders, and she'll be leading an interactive session later in the weeks to come on your community at MQ. So definitely tune in for that. Next, we've got Emma, and she is from the Global Leadership Program. She's an advisor there. And so you'll definitely know about that program through our panel. And then we've got me. My name's Nikita. I'm a student at Macquarie, and I'm studying a Bachelor of Security Studies with a Bachelor of Laws. And then we've got George, and he's also a student. And He's doing a Bachelor of Music with a Bachelor of Commerce, and he's also part of the executive team of a society at Macquarie University. So I think we'll get started with our first question, and it's for Janelle. So Janelle, when you came to Macquarie University, what prompted you to get involved and how did you come to that decision?
So I'm going to be honest, in my first year, I didn't really get involved. I came from a bit of a smaller high school, so transitioning into uni was definitely a big adjustment. And it actually, the decision that actually prompted me to get involved was when I actually attended an event from the Global Leadership Program, which Emma will explain more in detail in case you're not sure. But I attended that event and got to meet a lot of new people. A lot of them were in their first year and they were like talking about some of the experience they had, and I was like really inspired learning through their experiences. So I thought, well, these guys are in their first year, and I think I sort of used that as an excuse. I'm in my first year, I can't really get involved. But the moment that I started talking to other people that were in the similar position as me, that sort of inspired me to get involved. And that's when I made the decision to start something. I wasn't sure what it was, but I came across the mentor program, which I'm not sure if you've heard about. Macquarie has a mentor program where first years can get a mentor. So that's when I really made the decision to get involved, which was just talking to new people and hearing their experiences.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you, Janelle. Just another quick question. You said you didn't get straight into things at uni, like you didn't connect straight with extracurriculars and stuff. Do you regret not getting into it straight away, or do you think it just the way you approached it really did help?
I think I definitely should have started a bit earlier. I think I was a bit scared because I was, you know, my high school is quite small, as I said before, like I didn't really know anyone, but I definitely saw a lot of opportunities in my first year that I could have taken, and some of them aren't there because of COVID. So I'm really disappointed that I couldn't take, a lot of them were traveling opportunities, which I'm so annoyed that I didn't take in my first year. But yeah, so I think if I had the chance to redo that whole experience, I would have definitely encouraged myself to get more involved. It doesn't even have, it shouldn't have to be anything really big. I can always start in something small rather than, I guess, you know, building it up to be some big experience when I really, I guess, miss that opportunity. But that's one thing that I'd definitely say I'd regret from my uni experience.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you. And I think another really good thing you can take away from Janelle is that even though she did start late, she didn't get straight into it from her first day. She still started to do it later in her first year and into her second year. And now look, she's made friends, she's joining societies. So I think a really good point is it's never too late to start getting involved at uni. If you don't start in your first year, I didn't really get into it in my first year. It was more this year I really got into societies and things. But it's never too late. And I think that's a really important thing. I think some people in their third year of uni, their final year, who haven't got involved yet, they think it's too late, but it's never too late. So thanks for that, Janelle. I think we'll move on to Emma now. So our question for Emma is, what is the Global Leadership Program and how do you feel it transforms a student during their time at Macquarie to set them apart from others?
Oh, good question. So I guess in a nutshell, the GLP or Global Leadership Program, we call it GLP, it's a co-curricular program. So that means that it sits alongside your degree. So it does kind of complement what you're going to study, but it sits alongside it. So it's not part of your actual degree. It's not necessarily credited or anything. And there's no assignments or exams, which is always a bonus. And through the GLP, you basically can participate in a series of workshops and lots of different practical activities that you need to participate in order to complete the GLP. The program itself is completely self-paced. So you basically have your whole degree to complete the program. So if you have a 3-year degree, you have 3 years to complete. If you're doing a double degree and it's a 5-year degree, then you have 5 years to complete the program. But it is completely self-paced. So, you know, you can fit that in along with your own circumstances, your own timetable and availability. So, you might find that you have a semester where you're just really busy or you've got lots of other stuff going on. You can just park the GLP for a semester and then you can come back to it the next semester or when you feel that you have more capacity. It's also self-designed. So you have the opportunity to really kind of curate the program to what you're interested in, or maybe something that you want to learn more about. So you can completely design the program to fit yourself. And also as a uni student, you'll be happy to know that it's completely free. So you don't need to pay anything to join the GLP or to participate in a lot of our activities. So essentially by participating in the program, it helps you to become a better global citizen. You learn more about the world around you, you explore current issues in today's society, and you do all of that while becoming more employable. So through the program, you have the opportunity to develop skills, discover new interests, or just really hone in on existing interests. And like I said, you get to learn about all these different global issues, but from all different kind of backgrounds and disciplines. And you get to experience them with different students. So, you might be in a workshop talking about climate change and you're discussing that with a law student and an engineering student, an international studies student, and you really get to come together and talk about it from everyone's different perspective, which allows you to explore these kind of different topics a little bit deeper. But beyond that, you also develop a lot of practical skills. So, I mean, in your degree, you have the chance to develop a lot of skills. I mean, that's why you do a degree to start with. But the GLP really encourages you to kind of push a little bit further and push outside your comfort zone and do even more things that will set you apart from other students, when the time comes to apply for jobs. So some of the things that you do as part of the GLP would be volunteering, internships, hackathons, competitions, the mentoring that Janelle mentioned before, all sorts of different things. You can also participate in free workshops on a range of different topics, from, like I said, climate change to global business to public speaking. There's a whole range of different topics that you can pick and choose according to what you're interested in. There's a really nice quote from a student who is graduating from the GLP this semester that I'll just read to you quickly. So they said, "I loved the GLP because it gave me tangible skills to use in the real world. From interviewing skills to Excel proficiency to how to catch flights in a foreign airport on my own, I learnt it all in the GLP. I gained so much experience through Australian Red Cross," that's who they volunteered with, and a local HR startup firm who they interned with, that shaped my career path and boosted my resume. So yeah, it's just a really great opportunity to start gaining all these different experiences at uni. And then you'll find that when the time comes for you to apply for jobs or go to interviews, you'll be able to draw on these experiences to talk about things like communication skills and teamwork and time management and all of those things that employers are really looking for. But beyond that, I mean, there are obviously very tangible benefits, but we also find there's a lot of implicit advantages to the program. So one of the number one things that we find that students gain from it is confidence, and that's both personally and professionally. So a lot of students are able to kind of foster that and keep developing that as they go throughout their degree through different activities that they do. But another thing that they do find is that they really get to grow a community, and that does seem to be a very common theme today. And I know that a lot of, Jacob and Janelle, you've mentioned this as well. It's a really great way to meet people and to make friends. And it's not just friends within your discipline, like I said, it's going to be students from all different backgrounds and degrees, all sorts of things, because the GLP is open to all students. Especially if you're commuting, like I can see some of you guys are from all different areas. If you're commuting, you kind of come to class, then you have to commute all the way home. It's kind of nice to have something else extra just to, really establish yourself within that Macquarie community. And just to quickly finish, if you do finish the GLP, it will be listed on your official Macquarie transcript, and you'll also get a separate transcript which lists all the activities that you've done within the GLP, as well as a reference letter, which is a really nice bonus to have. I'll stop rambling about the GLP now. I can talk for days about it. It's such a good program, but I'll hand back to you.
Thank you, Emma. Again, if anyone has just questions, don't feel free, just put them in the chat and we'll answer them. We can come back to Emma as well. She's not going anywhere just yet. But for now, we're going to just move on to Nikita now. So Nikita, how can students be selective about what they choose to commit to at Macquarie while still being involved?
Thanks, Jake. So when I first started at Macquarie, I was definitely very cautious about whether I wanted to get involved straight away and what I wanted to do, because for me, my main priority was academically doing well. And I was very afraid that if I committed to doing extracurricular activities, it would distract me from doing well at university and it would maybe prevent me from getting my degree, which was the main reason why I was here. But eventually I did get involved, and it's really important, I think, to find a balance between doing well at university academically and being able to get involved extracurricularly through different programs and initiatives that are available at Macquarie University, because there are just so many initiatives that you could get involved in, and you don't want to miss out on all those opportunities when they're right in front of you and could really benefit you in terms of your future and when you're trying to stand out in front of other people. So when you hear the word getting involved, you would probably think, like me possibly, that it means joining something straight away and being involved in leadership or making change or just creating a really big difference somehow, which can seem like a lot of pressure and quite daunting at first. And that's definitely how I perceived getting involved when I first came to university. But getting involved is so much more than that, because it could be the smallest things that wouldn't even cross your mind, like attending an event for a society that you're interested in, because the small little things that you get involved in could lead to so many different opportunities, and they just stack on top of each other. And so, for example, with me, I became a mentee in my first semester of university as part of the Macquarie Mentors program, which Janelle mentioned earlier. And after my first semester and being helped by a mentor, I felt confident enough to sign up to become a mentor myself. So within my first year, I was helping students who were experiencing their first semester at Macquarie University through this mentors program because of my wonderful experience being a mentee. And that was just attending their events and getting involved in that way. And it really didn't require a lot of effort at first, but it was still getting involved. And my mentor's experience didn't end in just being a mentor, because I became a peer leader eventually. And that's why I'm here in front of you today as your peer facilitator. So getting involved in the smallest way can definitely help to bring you so many opportunities where you are actually eventually making a difference, when it started off with something that didn't take a lot of effort. In terms of being selective of what you choose, there are so many different opportunities at Macquarie. And because that's so, sometimes you just can't say yes to everything. And I think that's a hard lesson that I learned this year, because I personally have a really hard time saying no to things, because I just want to get involved in every way that I can. And I think something that's really helpful is to find out what you love and what you're passionate about, and to focus on those initiatives first, and to know that when you feel you are taking on too much, you can definitely opt out if you have to and just say no, because it is okay. Your academics should be the priority, and if you find that your extracurriculars are getting in the way, it is okay to say no. And not to be hard on yourself as well, because the reason you come to university is, yes, to get involved, but also to get your degree. So yeah, it's definitely a personal journey that everyone will have to go on when they're trying to be selective about what to get involved with and what to not do. But just know that you should do what makes you happy and what makes you passionate. And if that's also relevant to what you're studying, that's also a great tip to have, is to just, I think, follow what you love. And if it also relates to what you do, that's even better. But if it's not, that's also fine. But yeah, it's definitely a personal journey that everyone needs to go on, and your personal preferences will help you make that decision in terms of like being selective. So yeah, that's what I have to say about getting involved, and that was my experience. Jake, did you want to add on to
Nikita.
that?
Yeah, I was just going to say that sometimes there's so much to do at Macquarie, but even if you just do start with one thing, and it will always open up a door to something else. So for example, I help on the International Society, and I started that in at the beginning of this year, and I am now the president of that club. So you just start like a very, very small thing, and then it just leads you to more opportunities. So don't think to get the experience in Macquarie, you have to do 500 different volunteering events and things like that, you can sometimes just do one, maybe two things that you're passionate about, and that's going to have the biggest effect for you. So I think that's really important to remember. Now we're going to move on to the final panelist, who is George. And George also is a really good example of showing that you can do Macquarie and learning from anywhere, as he's from his car at the moment. So George,
Yes.
our question for you is, what made you decide to get involved in your society? And are you glad you took on the challenge and opportunity of being a club executive?
Well, first of all, hi. Sorry, I was driving before and I was at the train station. I'm sorry, you know, stuff happens, but I guess when it comes to societies, I wanted to sort of, not like in a bad way, but sort of like go away from my high school friends and try and make new friends. And I guess going to O Week and Orientation Week and seeing all these different, like, all the different options there are, like there are so many societies just for all different interests, even like smaller ones that like only have a couple members. They're lots of fun. I'm a musician and I'm studying music. So I was like, might as well just join the music society. Didn't even like look at what they did. I was like, I'll just sign up. It's fine. It's whatever. And that was in my first year. And the second semester of my first year, like I'd made it like a lot of friends through there. Like all my uni friends are from the music society, or like mutual friends of those that I've met in music society, which is really great. Everyone's lovely. And then second semester of my first year, I was asked to become a general admin of the music society. And it sounds like such a huge deal, I guess. So it's like they when they approached me, they were like, oh, you know, we need a general admin. And in my mind, I was like, oh, you know, like it's an executive position. It's got all like these headings and all these titles, like to make it all like professional. And it is, but in essence, I was just sort of like working with my friends, if that makes sense, and just sort of like making friends. And it's like, I'm already participating in all the events, so I might as well just help organize them, you know what? Like, and I was already like, hey, if you need anything to help set up or whatever, I can help out. And I was already raising my hand. So when they asked me, I was like, I'll try. And they described, you know, general admin is sort of like one of the lower executive positions. So I did that, helped out a whole bunch. And in the second year, I moved on again as a general admin. And that second year was 2020. There's lots of fun for societies. It definitely posed a huge challenge, especially for us, because our events are very on campus. We have open mic nights and like jam sessions and stuff, are very like on campus events. And I'm sure like if any other, you know, people here are executives or participants in societies, it's been tough generally. So that second year was one of the biggest challenges, you know, like sort of moving through online uni and organizing these events that hopefully people are interested in, or like we're trying to get people to be interested in. So that was definitely new for us. And then by the end of this year, we had a meeting like with all the executive members, and we sort of reshuffled and accepted new people into the society. And I went for president, and now I'm the president of the society, which is, it sounds like a lot. And again, as you know, as we've all put it, like as you guys have discussed before, it's like, it's a big deal, but you have to want to do it. If you like, you have to want to do it to get the most out of it. Like you can't, like it's an effort. It takes effort, but you can just say peace out whenever you want. Like if it gets tough, studying gets a lot, you can just peace out. But being an executive of a society is just, it gives you something to do. It's fun. I'm working with friends. And like, not gonna lie, it looks good on my resume. Like it's fun. Like there's no negatives, other than it might just be a lot of work. So if you are interested in something like that, you know, ask around, see if it's right for you. But why not? And just like a final thing, society, there are so many societies. Join societies. I see so many people being like, I've been this is my 4th year of uni, I still don't have any friends. Join a society and you'll make friends. Like everyone in every society is lovely because they want people to participate. They want people to have fun. So there's no negatives to joining a society. And there's like, you can join a society and not participate, if that makes sense. Like you can just sort of like hang around. So you don't have to come to every single event. Just come whenever you can. And if you can't, that's all right. But societies are definitely one of the easiest ways to make friends. So highly recommend.
Thanks, George. Yeah, I can definitely agree with what you said. Macquarie has over 140 student clubs and societies, so there's definitely something for everyone. And yeah, I've also been part of the executive team of the society as well during 2020. I was the events coordinator for the Disney Appreciation Society, and I became a part of that executive team in a very, very strange and unusual and unexpected way. And I definitely did not see it coming. And it just shows that at Macquarie, opportunities get thrown at you out of the blue, and sometimes you just roll with it. And I accepted the position, not knowing what I was getting myself into, but I'm really glad that I did. Looking back on my experience, it was a lot of fun, and you learn so many different skills. They'll become transferable skills that will be with you throughout the rest of your university career and your careers in the workforce as well. So you learn to be more organized, you learn to work in a team, you learn to be a better communicator and presenter. So yeah, it definitely, 2020 definitely teases at your creativity a lot as well, because you're constantly thinking of new ways to entertain new people and get them to come to your online events on Zoom. But here we are, and it's been a lot of fun. So yeah, George, thanks so much for your advice when it comes to joining the executive team of the society. Before we close off the panel, I just have one quick question for each panelist, and you can just give a short answer, but it's basically, what is one piece of advice you would give yourself if you were starting university? So Janelle, do you want to start off?
Yeah, sure. I think it goes back to what Jake was saying, that it's never too late to really get involved with anything, whether it's a society or a competition. Really, it's never too late. I think that's the one thing that I would say as a piece of advice.
Thanks, Janelle. Emma, how about we go on to you?
I mean, it's going to be repeating everything that all of us have said, but it's, just about getting involved. And I have to admit, when I did my degree, this a long time ago now, but when I did my degree, I actually didn't get involved as much as I should have. I mean, hindsight's great, looking back at it now. But, for all of you guys studying at Macquarie, you are seriously so lucky with all of these different opportunities that you have, whether it's, participating in the GLP or all the different programs that they have on offer, joining a club or society. There's so many different things that you can do. And that's where, I definitely did find that the few things that I did do at uni, that's where I met a lot of my friends that are still friends like 10 years down the track. It's where you find like your tribe and your people. High school can be, all sorts of fun and games, and it's nice to kind of move on from that and start this next kind of stage of your life, as lame as that sounds. But that's where you're going to find some really good people that you'll kind of carry with for the rest of your life, or even just different networks, different people you never know that you'll kind of call up on, when you join in the job market or whatever it might be. So just to reiterate everything that we've said, just try and get as involved as possible when the opportunities present themselves.
Thanks, Emma. George, while we still have you here, do you have any advice that you would give to yourself if you were starting university?
It's a tough question because I think I had a lot of fun in my first year and I did everything I wanted to. But I think one of the biggest things would be just don't be shy. Obviously, people suffer from, social anxiety and, stress and, social situations, which is fine. But everyone that I've approached and, been like, hey, do you want to hang? Do you want to do this? Do you want to do that? Everyone's been lovely. You will meet some weird people, some not nice people. You don't have to talk to them. It's fine. it's uni. You're not spending your whole uni life with them. If like, it goes back to like, don't be shy. Like, put yourself out there if you want to, if that's something you're interested in. Put yourself out there, make friends, and you'll have significantly, like, because going through uni alone is kind of boring. Like, a lot of people will do it and they'll say it's fine, but like, make friends while you've got the chance. Everyone's very sweet, everyone's very nice and approachable. And if they're not, and you're having a tough time, there's so many places you can go to, have a break or have a talk with someone. So don't be shy. I guess that's it.
Thanks, George. Jake, did you have a quick 2 cents to throw in there?
Yeah, my only bit of advice, I think it's pretty much been mentioned, but if you get given an opportunity, you can always try it, and worst comes to worst, you realize that opportunity isn't for you. At least you won't have the regret of wishing you did it, because you tried it and you know that it just didn't work for you.
Thanks, Jake. Yeah, I think I'm going to be reiterating what everyone else has said earlier, but my piece of advice would be to just have an open mind and to go with the flow when it comes to university. Don't try to have a set plan, because sometimes things just don't happen the way we want them to, but you'll get opportunities and unexpected outcomes coming up every single day, and it'll just make your university experience more worthwhile. So yeah, just be excited and have fun. I think that wraps up our panel for today. So panelists, thank you so much for joining us and for answering our questions. You are free to go now, or you can stay for our next activity. It's really fun. But yeah, I'll just share my screen now as the panelists start to leave. Thanks, Emma. Thanks, George.
Thanks, guys.
So our next activity is, let me just get my screen sharing up. Okay. Our next activity is called University Feud, and it's a spin-off family feud. So basically what's going to happen is we have 4 questions for you guys. They'll appear on our PowerPoint slide in front of you. But basically the questions will be all about the Macquarie University experience, and it's just going to see what you guys already know about Macquarie or what you may have picked up from the MQ Essentials unit. And there'll be about 5 or 6 options for each question, and we just want you to guess what you think the answer is. And the way that you can kind of raise your hand if you think you know the answer to a question is my lovely co-host Jake is going to post in the Zoom chat the Buzz in Live link. So you guys should be able to see it now. So just click on that link, and then you'll be taken to the Buzz in Live website, and you just type in the code at the very bottom of the page, and then of our slide that I'm showing you right now. And then you'll be able to just buzz in when you think you know the answer to something, and then Jake will call out your name and give you a chance to yell out your answer to the question. So I think we'll just get started now. So Janelle has put the code in the Zoom chat as well, so you can just copy and paste it. The code is 394148. So I think we'll just get started. Ooh, wrong button. Okay. So yeah, we're up to our first round now. So the first question, I'm just going to read it out. It is, where do first-year students spend most of their time at Macquarie University?
So if you want to have an answer, if you press the buzz, then whoever presses it first, it will give me a list of people, and then we can start calling out from the audience.
Yeah,
okay, Jess was.
Green button.
Oh no, no one's buzzed in yet. ABZ. I don't know who that is.
Wait, do I just unmute myself?
Yep, just unmute yourself and yell out whatever option you think might be one of the options.
Okay, I reckon it'll be U-bar.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely correct. I'm just gonna get up my. Oh, okay, that's not working. So I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
Third one.
Third one. Okay. Oh.
No, do you want me to share?
No, I think got it.
No, there you go.
Got it. Thanks, Jake. U-bar.
Yeah. Did you want to have another guess?
Yeah, can I? Is that okay?
Yeah. No one else
ahead.
responding, so go for it.
in the library as well. I feel like that would be a good place.
Yeah, that's the last one.
Last
So
one.
100 points.
Woo.
Elizabeth.
I reckon like the common area.
The common area. Do
Yeah.
you wanna...
Is that
Probably like,
I don't remember the name of it, but it's
Mhm.
like where the U bar and stuff is.
So is that Campus Commons, would you say?
Yes, that's the one.
Campus Commons. We don't have Campus Commons on our list, but that's definitely a great answer. We just, because U-Bar is the most iconic, I guess, restaurant in the Campus Commons, we just say U-Bar. And so Campus Commons, U-Bar usually means the same thing, but we do have coffee shop. So yeah, I think I'll give you that one. I think, yeah, U-Bar, Campus Commons, coffee shop, they sell coffee there. So yeah, great guess.
Janelle, did you want to have a guess?
I'm thinking the lake, the University Lake.
Awesome guess, Janelle. So yes, that's 200 points.
Yeah. Did anyone else want to jump in for a guess? Or if not, did Elizabeth or was it Abigail? I can't remember. Abby wanted another guess?
Wait, okay. Can I have another guess? Is that okay?
Yeah, go
Of
for
course.
it. Yeah.
Use place, like.
Yeah. That was the top one. That was the hardest.
Yeah, good job. Yeah, Muse is our most iconic building on campus, I would say. It's where Jake and I are right now. So yeah, awesome job.
And then did Elizabeth, did you want to have another go at trying to guess the last one?
I have no idea. I honestly can't think of any other places on.
I'll give you a hint. It's probably used the most now during COVID, but it was always used during lectures. It's where you are now. That's the hint, where you are now.
At home.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this one, we were a bit sneaky. It's not on campus, but in all honesty, so many of us are home right now because of COVID-19, and that's just where uni's been done from. So yeah, awesome job, guys. You all got the answers, so we're really pleased with that. I think we'll go on to the next round now. So yeah, round two. Next question is.
The buzzers have all been wiped, so if anyone wants to guess, buzz in again.
Yeah, just buzz in again. But the question is, what should you bring on your first day of university? So yeah.
Jess.
I think you should probably bring a laptop.
Awesome work.
Yes, and that was the top option. Yay.
600 points.
Sari?
Yes, right, sorry. I think probably a notepad to write notes.
So I think that's an awesome idea, and that's something I definitely did during my first year. Is I had a notepad for each different subject that I had. Notepad is not one of the options that we have on our list, but we do have the student diary. So the student diary for Macquarie University students, I have it right here. Can anyone see that? I'm not sure if you can, but yeah, the student diaries, they work as notepads as well because you've got space to write notes in the back. But yeah, the diary is definitely really useful for, I think, staying organized. It also has really fun coupons on the back for U-Bar and other restaurants at Campus Commons. So yeah, I'll give you that one, student diaries.
Awesome. Next person is Angie, if I said that right.
Hello.
Hi.
I would say an open mind.
An open mind. Oh, you're taking
I love
my
that
advice.
One. Yep.
That's such an awesome one. We didn't have that on our list.
Yeah.
It should be there because that's honestly better than some of the ones we have.
Yeah,
But
you can put it on top of laptop for 700.
Yeah,
definitely,
exactly.
definitely. An open mind is probably the most important thing that you should bring with you on campus. We have materialistic things. So if you wanted to take another guess with something more shallow and materialistic, we'd love to hear it. But obviously, open mind is there in our hearts above laptop.
A pen.
Yes, yeah.
Yes.
So that's 200.1. So we had pens and pencils. Awesome.
Janelle.
Student card.
Yeah.
Yes, You
So
got it,
student
Janelle.
card is super important, especially at the moment. That's what you use to go to the library, go to all the places. It's what gives you access to Macquarie.
Yeah, it's really important, especially in COVID times, because it lets you get into the library and Muse by scanning it. So it's like a little key card, gives you access. So yeah, definitely bring your student card with you whenever you're on campus. So we've got 2 more options.
Yeah, did anyone want to have another guess? And I'll put the link in for that student card here. I'll put it into the chat right now for you. So if you click the link, you can get it and you can come and pick it up on campus, or they actually ship it to your address. So
Jacob, if I can just correct that. So yeah.
Oh yeah.
You don't have to come on campus.
Oh, there you go. Awesome.
Yeah, these days the process has changed a bit due to COVID. So if you apply online, you take a picture of yourself, make sure that you choose at some sort of, more of a neutral background, you're appropriately dressed. Sometimes we get some interesting photos. So yeah, just do that and then submit your picture through Capture Me, I think it's called. And then all your details, and make sure that your address is correct and your student. So that's the place where you always go to update your details. And then the Student Connect, which is our central point for student services, will send it to your home address. But because you've signed up for Macquarie Essentials, you get the VIP exclusive rights to get the student card early.
Ooh, well, that's definitely something I would do if I were like in that position. So yeah, definitely get your student cards, guys. So our last 2 options, they're not as important as the ones we have listed here, and obviously not as important as an open mind. But we've got a water bottle, obviously to just stay hydrated. And we've got a charger for your laptop, because you'll definitely need your laptop if you're here for more than 5 hours in one day. So yeah, that concludes our university feud, guys. Thank you so much for engaging with us on that. So I've just stopped sharing my screen. So we're just going to quickly move on to the next activity. It's a lot of fun. So it's going to basically foreshadow what's going to be happening in the interactive sessions next week. So they'll be similar to this week's session today, where you'll have some fun university staff, and they'll be walking you through your learning at MQ. So just to give you a hint about what next week's topic is, we're going to do a fun word cloud activity. So we've got a question prompt. It's on the screen in front of you, and what is one word that comes to mind when you hear the phrase fake news? So basically what we want everyone to do is, in the Zoom chat, Jacob has just put a link, and it's to Poll EV. So just click on that link and it'll take you to the Poll EV website, and just type in one word that comes to mind when you think of the phrase fake news. So we've already, I think it stopped sharing. We can't see the word cloud anymore.
No, I clicked on the link.
Oh no. Thanks, Leah, for sharing your screen. So yeah, guys, as you type in the words, they'll just appear on our screen that you can see, and the words that are obviously stated the most will be the ones that appear to be the largest. So Trump is definitely trumping all of the other little words that we have there, and then Donald is the second largest. So Donald Trump's definitely up there with all the fake news. But yeah, misinformation, definitely. When I think of COVID-19 and how it first started, I think there was definitely a lot of misinformation about what the disease actually was, and who it could spread to. So yeah, so many 2020 things. I would just put 2020, to be honest. Like 2020 is fake news at this point.
I think it's also, it happens in university setting, isn't it? Where you hear news and you don't know if it's true or not. And it's always good to check with either the lecturer, you will identify some sources of truth that you have to believe more than, others, because rumors do exist as well. So, and I guess next week, I'm not sure, Nikita, you probably know a bit more, but There'll be a whole discussion about how to study when you come to uni, you know, what are the strategies there, and some interesting activities, I guess, around learning.
Yeah, definitely, Lilia.
To get onto that.
Definitely, yeah. So next week's all about your learning at Macquarie Uni. So there'll be definitely some study tips, information about how university is different from high school, if anyone just came out of high school. There'll also be some topics on critical thinking, which is where the stuff about fake news comes in, because critical thinking is one way in which you can really navigate around misinformation and fake news. So that word cloud was just an example of all the kinds of fake news that we have floating around, and just how hard it can be to kind of find that truth. But yeah, as Lilia said, there are definitely sources out there that are very reliable and very accurate, and they will be how you critically think and assess what is real and what is not. So thanks, Lilia, so much for sharing your screen. So we're just going to go on to the next steps. So yeah, I'll just share my screen again and show you guys the next steps that you can follow when it comes to actually enrolling in Macquarie University and accepting your offer. And Lilia, our wonderful staff member, is just going to go and talk about that now.
Hi guys, I'm sure you already been told many times, but I thought I'll just reiterate, because when I was a student, it was always very confusing. Where do I start? What do I do next? So first thing I would encourage you between now and 15th of December is to explore the MQ Essentials. Is the online topics that you can go through that are complemented by the Zoom sessions. And just, you know, have a look for the videos, engage with the content. There are some interesting things that, you know, you may learn about. And attend the Zoom sessions, engage with what, you know, what we're telling you. And then on the 15th of December, you will be able to enroll in your units. So on the 15th, you'll literally know exactly, you know, depending on what you're studying. If you're studying accounting, you'll be able to, you know, enroll in accounting, but I'm sure you're studying something more exciting than that. Have a great summer in between 15th of December and 27th of Jan. Enjoy your time. Hopefully summer will be kind to us, and I'm really hoping for no bushfires. Hopefully 2020 will end better than it started. And on the 27th of January, or somewhere near, the dates may change depending on the circumstance, but on the 27th, you'll be able to choose your timetable. So you'll be able to, you know, choose, do you want to study in the afternoon or in the morning? There is a bit of a flexibility around that. You'll have a bit more information around, are your units online or are they offered on campus? And then from the 15th to 19th of Feb is the time when we do our orientation. So don't think that you came today and you know everything about Macquarie. No, we are not that simple. Things are sometimes a bit more complicated, but at orientation, you may meet Nikita and Jacob again, or you may see them again, I'm sure, in their role as a peer leaders, but you'll be able to also meet your academics, your course program conveners, whatever we call them these days, and you'll be able to find out a bit more about your academic, your social, your personal, and obviously professional life here. So yes, this is pretty much from now until Feb. Wow, long time, but yeah.
Thanks,
and
Lilia.
That's right. And the dates are available in the MQ Essentials in the next steps timelines as well.
Yeah,
awesome.
Online. Just before we close off, Lilia, did you want to launch that feedback poll? So we just have a poll for you guys to see how you found today's session, what you liked about it, what was your favorite part, what you think needs improvement for next time. So just fill that out for us. It would really help. And while you're doing that, I think we'll just go to our closing messages. So thank you so much for coming to today's session. We really appreciate your time, and we hope you've learnt some more information about Macquarie University. As Lilia said just before, make sure to check out the MQ Essentials unit. The link is in the Zoom chat, and it definitely gives you that visual information about what you can expect at Macquarie University in terms of all the different topics that are covered. So obviously this week it's all about your experience at MQ. Next week it'll be about your I highly recommend attending those sessions. You might even see me there again on Tuesday. And then we've got your development at MQ, which is all about the professional skills that you could pick up here. And then you've got your community at MQ, and you'll see Janelle there at all of those sessions. So yeah, definitely come to those. We'd love to engage with you and see your lovely faces again. And of course, if you have any questions about anything Macquarie University related, contact Student Connect. They are like the front desk of the university and your first point of contact. So you can contact them through their phone number, and it's just on our slide here. You can take a screenshot if you like. Their phone number is 9850-6410. Or you can just go onto the Macquarie University website and live chat with them. There'll be a little function that'll appear on your screen when you go to our website.
I guess you guys might need this number when you will start enrolling, because sometimes things may get confusing because there could be multiple systems you have to navigate. Don't get, well, you'll probably get annoyed at one stage, because we all do as students, but don't be afraid. Just give them a buzz and just say, look, I'm confused, and they'll walk you through. So there's no, we usually say at Macquarie, ask questions and ask them early. The earlier you ask, the more successful you get. So, and there is no wrong, right or the wrong answer or wrong way to go about things. We believe in growth mindsets, and tomorrow is always better than today. And tomorrow you always know more than today. So yeah, thank you for coming today as well. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we have all the answers. I think we have 3 people who didn't respond yet, but that's okay. It's probably me, you, and Jacob, Nikita.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone, for coming today. If you all wanted to exit now, you're more than welcome to. It was great meeting everyone.
Yeah, thank you so much. We hope to see you on the discussion forums for MQ Essentials, or at some of our live sessions again. But thanks, guys, so much for coming. I'll play the music as everyone leaves, just for some fun times. Oh no, oh, everyone's gone. It's okay.
Done.
Share the results with you guys. Can you see them?
Yes, we can.
Yeah.
I'll just take photos of them quickly in case they disappear.
So usually Latifa gets them at the back end because she said the thing. Amazing, good. What was their favorite? Was the panel, of course.
Yeah, I love that. I'm glad it was the best bit.
Because it was the longest bit.
And then it's funny what can be improved. They actually ticked all of those. Icebreaker, the panel, some liked it, some said it can be improved. University Feud. Timing of the session, I actually don't quite understand. What is this, too long, too short?
I think people just want to come, do the panel, and then leave. I think it's the bits between people don't like, but you got to have them. It's how everything goes. You got to have them.
And look, I think it's it benefits them. It's sometimes you don't know what benefits you, so that's okay.
Yeah.
Sorry, Janelle, just no, it's fine. She left. And then what did they say here? Did you complete the essentials? Yes. And 2 out of 9 said no, which is fine.
I think it's good that everyone at least knows about it, because no one said, I don't know.
I know. What is the biggest concern about starting uni? I love this one. So it's making friends, choosing the right degree, getting involved. It's a bit more diverse today. Yesterday it was half-half between choosing the right degree and juggling other commitments. So it pops up again, but they chose different things. And it was a small group as well. And there you go, 78% said that they will come back, which is quite a good start.
That's great, yeah.
This is the thing. And I guess they were also quite hesitant at the beginning to go into the Feud, but then...
people slowly did. Yeah.
I thought it was really good. You're getting better and better at stuff.
Oh, good. The only thing we learned today is when Nikita was playing the music at the beginning, you can't play the music and share my slides at the same time.
Yeah, I think only one
That's why we
could
didn't.
Share
it was one or the other, so we decided the music was better.
Yeah, I didn't know that you had to share slides, so I was fine.
Yeah, oh, good.
Yeah, I think I was really glad people were guessing the songs as well, because I was like, oh, no one's going to know what they are. But people guessed them almost instantly. And I was like, yay, they like the music.
Yeah, cool stuff. Well, thank you again. I guess tomorrow. So Latifa, yesterday she forgot to send them a reminder, but we had 12 people coming in. So today she actually sent them a reminder for tomorrow. So hopefully we'll get more people in. So that should be fun.
Yeah. Oh, that's good.
And I'll just